Yo, what is up? How you guys doing today? So I have another Unturned update for you guys, and that's 3.15.6.0. And in this update, there's not that much that was added, but the things that were added were actually pretty big additions. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So as you guys can see right off the bat, there is a couple tanks in front of me, and on my left I have a little building. Now the tanks that were added are the desert and the forest tanks, which the desert is the tan one, and then the forest are the green. Now we'll get onto the tanks in a second, but let's go ahead and go over some of the first things that were added, and that would be the note in the book. Now with the note in the book, you can only really write stuff in it, so there's really no other use for it unless you want to like write a little story, or possibly show instructions to, or a map to like some secret treasure if you want to hide it or something like that. But yeah, that's probably the only use that you're going to be able to use this for, or you could use them for like a roleplay aspect or something like that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to this building over here. And the reason I have this building is because there was a new hatch that was actually added into the game. Now to use a hatch, you're actually going to need a maple hole, or any type of other resource that can create this type of platform little hole thingy. And basically you just set the hatch in the middle and it creates like a little trap door. Now with this trap door, you can usually like keep it open, so like if people like walk into your house or break in, they could possibly just fall straight through, or you could just force them down that hole and keep them trapped as prisoners. That's what I sort of created this little jail door for. And when they're a prisoner, you could usually just throw a grenade down there and kill them, or you could just starve them out by keeping them in there. But yeah, there's really no other use for it other than keeping out unwanted visitors. But yeah, that's a little cool addition that was added. Also, let's go ahead and move on with the tanks. Now, these tanks, of course, like I said, there's a forest and desert, but we're only going to be using the desert one in here since they're both basically the same, no differences other than color. So yeah, let's go ahead. It's a little bit loud off the start, so I'm going to turn down the volume a bit. Hopefully you guys are still able to hear everything. But yeah, basically when you're driving it around, you can actually have the feel of the terrain and everything. I don't know how, maybe it's just the sensitivity of the keys that correspond with the game itself. But let's go ahead and drive this a little bit further over here, and we'll drive it to about right here. Let's go ahead and back up. Yeah, I think this will be a good spot. So let's go ahead and get in the gunner seat. Now I'm in the gunner seat right now. Turn this over here to the right, and we can see the little base that we built over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually fill this up with some missiles that I actually have in my inventory right now, and let's go ahead and shoot this. So this does have bullet drop, of course, so you're gonna have to aim a little bit higher. I think that's a correct height, hopefully. Let's go ahead and shoot this and see what happens. Piece it. And look at that, straight on hit. Some of the pillars are still standing, but it was a dead on hit. Alright, let's try and destroy some of these tanks. Let's see how many hits it may take to actually destroy one of these. So we're going to have to aim a little bit higher than we did before. And let's hope this hits. Please hit. Alright, looks like we missed by a little bit. Let's go ahead and aim a little bit more down. Possibly like right there. And fire. Okay, so that was one hit. Looks like it didn't even do any damage to it whatsoever. Now let's see if this second hit could possibly do some damage to it. So let's go ahead and go with this second hit. And it looks like the tank full out blew up. So it takes 2 shots with the missile to blow up a tank. Now for RPGs, I don't know yet, so let's go ahead and spawn one of those in and test it out. Alright, so I spawned myself in a rocket launcher with quite a few, rockets. So let's go ahead and see how many rockets that actually takes to blow up one of these tanks. Actually, you know what? Might as well just go ahead and blow up this one since I'm closer to it. And let's see what happens. So when I'm out of the tank, the little barrel on the front kind of went down. Maybe that's where I was aiming. I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and shoot this. Let's get a little bit further away. Okay, that should be good. That's one hit. Looks like there's no smoke or anything. Alright, so that's 2 hits. Let's go a little bit. It's 3 hits right there. Okay, so 4 hits just is when it starts getting to smoke. So let's go ahead and give myself some more rockets. Let's go ahead and go with probably like 6 more. We may need it, I don't know. But let's see. So 5. Okay, so that's 5 rockets that hit, and it completely blew up the tank. So it's going to take quite a lot of power to blow up one of these guys, but overall, it's a pretty beastly vehicle. So some new additions were added option for inbound voice volume gain. So I have that set up in the options right here. and I have mine set to 400%, which this is actually great if you're recording videos, because you know, for those people who want to get the in-game voices of all the other people, this is great to use. So I set mine at 400% just so you guys can hear it a lot better. The normal would probably be like 100%, which is really, really low. So we'll go near like 103%. We'll have him talk. So we'll type talk in game.
You best get the fuck out of here.
All right. So he's
talking. Make me rocky you.
He's talking in game currently, and his volume is really low.
Subscribe to Hayden Unturned for.
Okay, yeah. So his channel will be in the description, but let's go ahead and change the options to 400% inbound voice gain, and we'll see how much louder it gets. Wait, come back. Of course he's running. What is he doing? All right. Now we'll have him talk again.
Hello. Subscribe to Hayden Unturned.
Alright, so you can see that it's a lot much more louder.
Unturned content.
We're going to turn it down for now because
subscribe.
Alright, so now that you guys can actually see that the volumes are a lot different. Also, while he's talking, you can see that it will pop up in the player menu as well. So we'll have him talk again.
Yeah, better tanks.
So you guys can see it right here. So you're actually able just to mute him, which I don't know why. Okay, so the server just got shut down. But anyways, you can click that to mute him. Anyways, let's move on to the improvements, tweaks, and fixes. And yeah. For the improvements, we have improved cloth buildables to be colorable with flares, improved shadow draw distance to make objects pop more, and butt character is wider. For the tweaks, we have tweaked admins to salvage items more quickly, tweaked chemicals to be usable as poison, so now you can actually drink the chemicals and die from it, basically like bleach. And also there is tweaked 16 times scope to have more mill dots, and what the mill dots are the little lines on the scope. So now there is lines on the x-axis and y-axis all the way through. And for the fixes, we have fixed showing player name rather than character name, fixed barricade placement angle rounding, pine rampart low LOD using maple material, and filter item showing quality, and slightly gap in heights bridge number 1 fixed. So that is about it for this update. If you guys liked, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you guys for watching. Also, make sure to check out Hayden's channel for helping me out with this video. Anyways, I will see you guys later.